Don in London, hello. October the 15th, my video is all about recovery from addiction to either substance or behaviour. My addictive substance, alcohol, my behaviour, equally addictive. People, places and things, trying to be perfect, trying to fix things to what I thought was right. Very ethical, very moral. I knew what was right. But actually, I only can find out what is right for me in my personal choices and my attitude and behaviour. And what helps me to stay in recovery and understand is a fellowship, AA, Alcoholics Anonymous. I can't speak for it, never can, never will, never want to. It's full of unique, authentic people who speak for themselves where they will. But I share here from a daily reflections book, which is AA literature. It's a daily jogger for me. It means that I focus on something which is positive rather than the negative. And sometimes we do get stuck in the negative. Otherwise, why have a daily reflections book in the first place? So it won't cure everything, but it will help us with our attitude and our behaviour when we are responding to life rather than reacting in anger and resentment. So October, all about personal inventory on a daily basis, looking at what's working and what's not working and doing something about it. And for October the 15th, it talks about my checklist, not yours. So the 12 steps of action in the action program for AA are about our personal development, not about judging the rest of the world, which we are so good at doing. Well, I was. But I still do it to an extent because I'm a human being in development and I'm not perfect. My checklist, not yours, and this is what it says. Gossip, barbed with our anger, a polite form of murder by character assassination, has its satisfactions for us too. Here we are not trying to help those we criticise, we are trying to proclaim our own righteousness. So as we criticise the world and people in it, we are being righteous. Sometimes that feels all right, but actually it doesn't fix us at all. It's about my checklist and my inventory, my feelings, my attitude and my behaviour. So sometimes I don't realise that I gossiped about someone until the end of the day, when I take an inventory of the day's activities, in other words, what's worked and what hasn't. And then my gossiping appears like a blemish in my beautiful day. How could I have said something like that? Gossip shows its ugly head during a coffee break or lunch with business associates, or I may gossip during the evening when I'm tired from the day's activities and feel justified in bolstering my ego at the expense of someone else. Pride, ego, stop me learning, start me criticising. Character defects like gossip sneak into my life when I'm not looking, when I'm not making a constant effort to work the 12 steps of recovery. I need to remind myself that my uniqueness is the blessing of my being, and that applies equally to everyone who crosses my path in life's journey. So in other words, I'm a unique, authentic person, and so is everyone else. And it's not for me to judge them, maybe. No, actually, it's not for me to judge them. Today, the only inventory I need to take is my own. I'll leave judgment of others to the Final Judge Divine Providence, or Providence in nature. And many people say what goes around comes around, but it's not for me. And that sounds like gossip. It's not for me. I need to look at my attitude, my behaviour, my conduct. So it's my checklist and not yours. And when it feels like it's going towards yours, the reaction in anger or resentment, the serenity prayer is there to help me focus back on what I can and cannot do. So in prayer meditation, the serenity prayer to God or good conscience. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. For me is just for today.